All right, let's talk about your dog. We all know they're amazing, right? But what if I told you they might have a literal, built-in superpower, a hidden sense that's been right under our noses this whole time, one that basically turns them into a living, walking compass?
And our journey into this mystery starts with something every single dog owner has seen a million times.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? That little pre-poop spin, the circle dance they do before they, do their business. Have you ever really stopped and wondered what that's all about? Is it just them being weird, or is it a clue to something, I don't know, way bigger?
Well, believe it or not, scientists were wondering the exact same thing. And they didn't just sit around and theorize. Nope, they actually went out there, compasses in hand, and started measuring, the precise body alignment of dogs during that very private moment. And this wasn't just some side project. This was the beginning of a full-blown, serious scientific investigation.
So how in the world do you even begin to study something like that? Well, let me tell you, the researchers on this one, they went all in. The scale of what they did is honestly just incredible.
I mean, just look at these numbers. This was not a weekend project. We're talking about 70 different dogs from 37 different breeds, observed over 2 entire years. They logged nearly 2,000 defecation events and over 5,000 urination events. Think about the patience that takes. This was a massive, incredibly detailed study.
Okay, so you've got all this amazing data, right? You'd think the answer would just be obvious, but it wasn't. Not at first, anyway. And this, right here, is where the story gets really, really interesting.
So when they took all that data, every single one of those thousands of observations, and plotted it, this is what they got. A big old mess. The dots are just scattered everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason to it, no clear direction whatsoever. You can just imagine them thinking, oh no, was this all for nothing? Was the whole idea just wrong? It really looked like a total dead end.
But then, they had this absolutely brilliant idea. They thought, wait a minute, what if the key isn't something in the dogs? What if it's something bigger, something happening with the entire planet?
And this is the moment everything changed. The aha moment. The researchers decided to filter out all the noisy data. They looked only at the times when the Earth's magnetic field was calm and stable. And when they did that, bam, look at that. A crystal clear pattern just snaps into focus. The dogs were, without a doubt, aligning their bodies on a north-south axis. It was there the whole time, just hidden.
Okay, so that raises a big question, right? If dogs have this magnetic sense, why don't they do this every single time? Why is it so fickle? Well, the answer isn't about the dogs. It's about the Earth's magnetic field itself. See, our planet's magnetic field isn't this static, perfect thing. It's actually really dynamic. This chart here is called the magnetogram, and it shows how the field is constantly fluctuating. It wobbles, it shifts throughout the day, it even has storms. It's almost alive.
And this number right here, this is the key to the whole puzzle. It turns out the Earth's magnetic field is only calm and stable for about 20% of the day. The other 80% of the time, it's all over the place, basically making it a totally unreliable compass. And this wasn't some fluke either. The finding was incredibly consistent. You see the pattern for defecation on the left, and you see it for urination on the right. It's the same story. When the magnetic field was calm, the dogs locked on to that north-south axis. But the moment the field got wobbly and unstable, the alignment behavior just vanished. It's almost like the dogs were thinking, my compass is on the fritz today, so I'm just going to ignore it.
So what started out as just a funny little dog habit, the pre-poop spin, actually turned out to be a window into a whole hidden sense. But why does this really matter? I mean, beyond being a super cool fact to share at a party, what does this discovery actually change?
Well, the implications are actually huge. First off, this is the very first time we've ever had predictable, measurable proof that dogs can sense the magnetic field. We've known for ages that animals like birds and sea turtles do it, but getting solid proof for dogs was always tricky. And here's the real game changer. The study showed that it's not about the field's strength, it's about its stability. And that one little insight could solve a massive mystery in biology, why so many other experiments on this sense have been so hard to replicate. Maybe scientists were just running their tests during that other 80% of the time, when the signal was basically just static.
The researchers themselves said it perfectly. Their paper concludes, our findings open new horizons in magnetoreception research. And that's exactly right. This isn't just a dog story anymore. This is about completely rethinking how we study this mysterious sixth sense in all animals.
And that really leaves us with one final kind of mind-blowing thought, doesn't it? If our own dogs have been walking around with this biological compass this whole time, only using it when the conditions are just right, it really makes you wonder, what other incredible hidden senses are out there, shaping the animal world all around us, just waiting for us to finally figure out how to see them?